Oh! Crap. Okay, I've got all 3 picks. Those are the most important things. Back to the building. Okay, that's the circle complete, so I'll fill in the gaps and put the rest of the pads in. Oh dear, I'm bad at this game. I got distracted. No, seriously, Windows kept popping up and interrupting my recording by saying that I was running low on memory. Now, that's because Windows is set to warn you that you're running low on memory if you don't have a page file set and you've used up 65% of your computer's memory. You know, which maybe was, you know, true and dangerous, you know, back in the days when you had maybe 2 gigabytes maximum memory on a computer, but I've got 8 gigabytes of RAM in this thing. Which means that, you know, if I've used up 65%, I've still got 2.1 gigabytes free. The reason why I wasn't using a swap file is because my hard drive is quite small, because it's one of those ultra-fast SSD drives. And also, they don't last as long as normal hard drives. They still last a good couple of years and stuff, but you don't want to wear them out, you know, doing memory swap filing on them and so on. So I had swap files completely disabled, and Windows just does not like that. So what I've done is I've turned on the swap file now on my data drive. So, you know, Windows will probably never use it, but, you know, Windows is a bit of a worrisome OS, and it wants to know that the swap file is there in case it needs it. So, is that all my stuff? I do like how the spoke thing looks. I'm thinking that even after that's completely filled in, I might actually make an outer framework, you know, an outer framework of spokes and stuff like that, because I think it will look cool. It could be out of different colours or materials. Right, so let's just have a quick look to make sure I've got all my stuff. Yep. So let's get my equipment done again. Oh, how many times is this now? Oh, that's the Silk Touch pick. I realise that I've lost my bow somewhere. Not sure where that is. Still got my arrows, but I've lost my bow. I must have dropped some torches somewhere. Let's just have one last look around for them. Okay, I'm starting to get a little tired now, but I want to get that first floor done because I want to show you the design I'm using, and then I can build most of the rest of it off camera. I just realised that I've still got the coordinate system up. I only need that for when I'm doing mob testing, so I apologise that it's been up all this time. At least it's been relatively small up in the corner there. A spiral minecart track going up here might not be any quicker than the ladder, but it'll sure be a lot more fun. Better get up there before it gets dark, because I've not put any torches down. Oh, okay, no, I did put some. Right, back to work. bet this ladder's in the wrong place. It is. It's sort of right into the middle of it. Well, we'll see. Right. Platform patterns. Got those two already. I need another two. Right. I may run out of wool, or at least I may run out of the wool that I've got on me. So there's already, so that's the hole in the middle with the cross shape thing out, and then there's a 3x3 platform on each corner of it. Now behind each of those there should be one more of these. So we put a platform there. We're leaving a gap of one in between each one. Remember to put the one in the middle to stop spiders from spawning. Okay. And that's it for this side. So there's going to be another two there, there, and there. Okay, I've got no more wool on me at the moment, but you can see the basic pattern of it there. I might be able to squeeze in some extra spawning space in a moment, based on the fact that I've made the circle slightly wider. But we have to get the basic water flow in place first. So I need to go get more wool. There's one thing I like about the white wool on it, is it really picks up the dynamic lighting on Misa's texture pack. It all sort of glows purple and changes colour as the sun rises. So, water flows. I'm not going to need these signs. Let me see if I can pick them up without falling down and killing myself. Oops, be careful. I always forget how fast these magic tools are. I hold the mouse button when all I need to do is click. There we go. The reason why I don't need the signs is the water flow should stop exactly here. Right, if I can work it out. So the first water block I want to place, or at least I want to get the position for the first water block. Let me make a chest and get rid of some of this stuff. Why am I carrying bones around? Right, let's just offload some of this. Probably don't need to be carrying the sticks either. I've got plenty of torches on me right now. Right, so I just wanted to make some wood, because I'm going to use wood to mark where the water blocks are going to go. Because I don't actually want to put the water in yet, because it will make moving around awkward. So I'm not sure what to do about this. I might have to move the ladder at some point. But I can maybe move it back to here temporarily. I mean, once this thing is built, I hopefully won't ever have to come back up here. Right, so let's start with us. I'm still carrying these bones. Let's put them in the chest. Alright, so starting from the edge of the hole, the first water block is 8 this way, and then, oh well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that's going to be a water block. So I am just going to do that for now. Now, there also... does there need to be one on the other side? I think there does. There also wants to be one here, but if I put a water block here, then that will turn into an infinite water source, and that will be one too close to the hole, and all the water will start flying over. So the one on this side gets placed here. So this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this one will stop one short, but that doesn't matter because this one will flow on. So we will mark where these are going to be on the other sides. And for the sake of neatness, I'm going to always make the one to the left the closer one. Yeah, see, that's going to be in the way. Do I move it already? It's going to be easier, isn't it? Right, so let's move this ladder so it's a little further out. I want it to be because I could run the ladder up here, but then when I test it, mobs will just start climbing down the ladder. I'll just move it out. Make sure I fill in all the gaps. If you're falling down a wall and you're fast enough, you can just put a ladder in and then just fall to your death. Oh! Oh, the water saved me. Wow. That's the first time the water's actually saved me. Right, I'll just get back up there. And, you know, maybe that method of stopping yourself from falling off a wall is not that reliable. There we go. Am I missing loads of ladders? Did they all fall down? How many sticks do I have? I've got plenty of wood on me. Oh, it's just so annoying because it's like there's like a gap of 2 or something like that. Oh well. This wood here, by the way, marks the outer edge of the circle, so I know that everything on this side of that line will be gone. Okay, so that's the position of the first bits of water. So obviously we need to make sure that they will be channeled. So I'm going to, for now, just do that. So this way we can actually test the water flows. Okay, now there are some more water sources because I almost plummeted to my death again. This water is just going to flow in a straight line to here. So we need water to come from these corners as well. And these need to be positioned. Again, it's 8 away. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me get some more planks. So there's going to be a water source block there. There's going to be another one there. Because that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. I discovered that this means we'll end up with an infinite water source again. That those two will form an infinite water block there. So these both actually go back 1. So these ones are actually 9 away from the hole. So they're going to be there and there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that doesn't matter, because just so long as they flow to where these straight ones are, then the mobs will get pushed off. So that's going to be like that. And then so like so. Do that on the others. So it's on the corners, in the middle. Right, so let's actually replace those with water. So we can demonstrate how the water flows are going to look. So I've got my corner bits now, so I'll just grab my wood quickly. Otherwise it will flush away. Almost that. And I think that's all of them. Okay, so I'll loose arm torches, but that's okay. So that water block goes there. See, it flows to the edge. So I just want a bit of jump and stop, so it doesn't flow over the edge at all. Oh, look, some mobs down there. And then if I put a water source block there, same thing happens. So if I demonstrate, if I throw block in there and there, they nice and neatly do that. So now if I demonstrate the corner one, I put one there, and here. You see, they've decided to flow off, because water will flow towards holes. You know, that's the decision, you know, that it makes. It will always flow towards the closest hole. So again, if I demonstrate by dropping in some wool. See that they'll either go that way or that way. There's no dead spots. That one there will go all the way over the edge. Now that one's stopped because that's one short at the moment. But once I add the water to here, there you go. That then pushes it off. So I'll add the water to the rest of it. That's all of them. So let me build up the outer wall a bit, because we can squeeze in some extra spawning space. I'll just build it up so it's one higher. Okay, so now we can see where the outer wall is going to be. Actually, I'm going to make it one. Do I want to make it one higher? I think I do. I'll make this one higher all the way around. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I raised the wall one higher than I thought I would. So, now we can see where the outer wall is. We can start to see that we actually have room for a few extra spawning platforms. So, for example, you need to be careful. Oh. There's a sort of room for a 3x3 there, but we've got to be careful because of this. Can I actually move the water back? I mean, the water has to reach there, doesn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The water could be there. Let's... Well, that gives us a 3x3 platform. Well, almost. We still want to prevent spider spawns, so we're still going to want this. And I could build that up as a spawning platform as well. You want to make sure though that the mobs are going to fall off into the water. So I might... Is this too much room for them to walk? I mean, 3x3, they head in any direction they fall off. That's the point, is that wherever they decide to go, they will end up in the water pretty quick. So 3x3. I think that should be built up as part of the outer wall. So a mob that spawns here should find their way in there pretty quick. So you can be moved back. And I'll build you up as part of the wall. So this is all I'm doing, is I'm just squeezing in some extra spawning space. I'm actually thinking that I should do that. So it's just this narrow row round the outer edge. It's easier to see and more likely the mob will actually fall into the water. Ah, I've gained a dead spot though. That's an issue. Moving that water there has gained a dead spot. So let's pick it up again. If it was one closer? What if it was there? Is that enough to push them? Nope, it seems I cannot move those ones back. They do need to be there. So they do need to be where I originally said. Which is in the middle of those platforms, like so. Just make sure that there's a dead spot there now. Well, it seems my additional spawning space consists of just this. Just these 3 spots. But 3 spots better than none. Right. So we don't want them walking off the back here. Do you want to rob that one out? I think we do. So I'm reducing the amount of spawning space slightly, but I'm trying to make it more efficient so that, so they'll always fall in a water stream as quickly as possible. Right, there can, however, be some spawning here. So we can have 2 there. Bring that one up. I'm not sure you can have any spawning space. There's too much danger on you for the mobs to walk the wrong way and so on. So I get a little 2er platform there, but on this side, I suppose I could have a 1er there, couldn't I? Do I have to take that space away? I'm sure I had all this worked out. Well, I think I do. Still a reasonable amount of spawning space. I mean, I gained an extra 1 there, didn't I? So that makes up for the 1 I took away from there, and that makes up for that 1 there, and so on. The reason why there's so much dead space back here is because I made the circle bigger. I made it 2 wider than it was going to be. For the aesthetic look of the thing. I maybe didn't have to do that, but it's no hardship, it's only wool. There's always more wool. So I'll just work my way round and see, you know, whether there's any more little spawning spaces I can put in. Oh wow, look at the clouds. I realised that there could be an additional spawning space at the ends of all the water channels. So, like here, etc. So. The reason why I'm not leaving this here as a shelf for long is I'm afraid that if they've got a space of 4 to walk in, they might just, you know, walk back and forth. You know, I want them to be bumping into something or falling off the edge within, you know, two or three steps at the most. Okay, I think I'm done. I've managed to squeeze in quite a few extra spawning spaces, which makes up for the few I lose on those back ones. I'm going to do a quick count just to see how many spawning spaces we have per level. I know that it's a bit unneat and so on, but it'll be good, because if a mob spawns there, the only place he can walk is into that water. Well, I suppose technically he might be able to do that, but it's not overly likely. Okay, I make that 144 spawning spaces for a single floor, and with a Y coordinate of 217, and each floor has got a width of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need to count that one because it's the floor of the one above. So with a height of 5, 217, mobs will spawn up to level 240. So that's 22, 27, 32, 37, 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be able to get 4 levels of four spawning levels in, And because it's a sky spawner, mobs won't be able to spawn anywhere else in the world. So, I'm going to stick a roof on this, and we'll give it a test run. Might get rid of the torches already. On the basis that once the roof is on, it's going to be a little trickier. Shame the walls are so thick in places, but hey ho. I thought I would have to build up those levels. Why are you down there? You should be like that. I thought I had to build up all the levels to stop mobs spawning, but the ceiling's at this height, and mobs cannot spawn in a single space anyway, so... Okay, while I'm here, there's something I want to do, because if I want a multi-level thing to be effective as a XP spawner, I need to control the falls. So the way you do this is, right at the bottom, or right where they fall, you add some vines. Now that means that when the mobs fall from higher up, they hit the vines and they slow down. But I need to make sure that the vines won't grow off anywhere else. So I think I need, because if the vines grow down, you know, then it isn't going to work. So let's start by placing our vines like so. And we need to make sure that they don't grow up or down. So I think I can do that by, if I put a button below and above. I could use a sign, but buttons are cheaper. Okay, so that should... Okay, now if a mob happens to get pushed and end up in the centre, then they won't hit the vines. But that's not going to happen very often. So even the mobs that fall from higher levels, they'll fall past the vines, that should slow them down, and then they'll continue falling. At least that's the idea. Okay, I think there's enough torches up here. Let's get down and see how that works. Right, so we want to watch the entity counts. Now before we were just getting a few. We're getting like maybe 1 or 2, at most 3. Hopefully now. Now I've just been up there and making changes, so okay, we've got 2 already, 3. Now the drop might not kill them, so I am just going to plug that for now, so they won't be able to see me. Okay, we've got 5, 4. Yeah, see, the vines are slowing them down now, so the collection floor needs to be 1 lower than here. But we can check our spawning rates. That's pretty good. I mean, for just a single layer. I mean, it's only 144 spawning zones. And we're getting a good consistent amount. And they're all ending up down here. Currently like two punch kills or something. Excellent. Can I lower the floor on them? Not easily. Yeah, zombies have more health than most other mobs. Now, by moving this down the level or two that I need in order for this drop to kill them, I'm going to be slightly closer to the ground. So I can just put some SARM torches on the surface. I won't be so far down that the caves underground will be any worry. As you can see, it's still 0 entities down there. But up there, we've got a good steady stream of them. So, I declare the test a success. I will add more levels to this, I will drop the level of this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!